Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're getting a nice little bit of momentum. Maggie is just like the most randomable character of all time, apparently. I don't know what's causing it. Six? I'm gonna think that's a G. It's remarkable how often I manage to write down the wrong seed on this notepad here. You know, they say like doctors can't even read their own handwriting. I'm gonna think that's a G for sure. Here we go. Let's take a little bit more time. 6. There we go. You know, they say doctors can't read their own handwriting. I'm like a step below that. I can't read. Let's see what we got here. 48-hour energy, basically worthless right now, except it actually is gonna get us up to the level where we can use Yum Heart to bring ourselves back here. So we didn't actually lose out on anything there. We didn't gain anything, but I guess, you know, all things considered, as it goes for the cellar and a curse room right off the bat, it could be worse. You know, that could have been a health downgrade pill instead of a bad trip. And we could have been any other character, and then possibly we would have died. Like, if we were Cain and we walked into that room, we would straight up be dead. If I was Cain, I probably wouldn't have walked straight into that room, but, you know, that's a conundrum for another day, I suppose. For now, just gotta get some good momentum under us here. You know, it's always nice to be on this not XL floor, which means that effectively we can take as long as we want, and we can take as much damage as we want as long as we live. It's the only thing that matters. It's a return to, you know, classic Isaac tradition before I even knew that the deals with the devil were rewards for doing particularly well, or, you know, abusing certain mechanics, etc., etc. I hate this room. This is a room that shows up fairly frequently, and it can suck on both of my nuts at the same time if it has a particularly voluminous mouth. Now, yeah, okay, Satanic Bible is fantastic. One of the best spacebar items in the game, and to get it for free is kind of an absurd coup for us. So, it's basically like, you know, Yum Heart, but the Demon Heart version. And I'm for that. Of course, it has a little bit of a longer charge time. We're gonna get, like, you know, 2/3 less or 1/3 less hearts out of it, but it's substantially more valuable in spite of that. Keys are balling out of control. That is our boss room. I'm questioning whether I'm just gonna leave or if I'm gonna try to go to the rest of the rooms. You might be saying, hey, go to the rest of the rooms. You know, you can get more charges on Satanic Bible and maybe make something great happen as a result of that. You're not totally wrong. But I kind of feel like the next floor is going to be easier than this one. Just on average, you know, we have a decent chance of actually getting the basement as opposed to getting the cellar, and then I would be able to get those hearts at a much lower risk of taking damage myself, which is what I'm really worried about. I'd like to keep this Demon Heart alive as long as possible. We're already halfway to another charge. We've been to our item room. I'm just gonna go. And hopefully we'll pick up maybe like a torn photo. We don't need HP that much. DPS would be better. Meat is kind of the best of both worlds. We're going to get the HP, and we're going to get a little bit of higher damage as well. Now, we are on the cellar again, so my plan kind of fell apart. That's okay. 4 cents? 4 cents. I am going to look for a 5th cent, because we do have our shop, presumably our shop anyway right there, and that could set the tone for some very good stuff. No tinted rock on this Wrath fight. Little annoying. Oftentimes you will get a tinted rock on this fight, and that'll make it a little bit more viable. A little bit more enjoyable rather than just fighting Wrath, but he's going to be dead pretty soon anyway. And we're going to pick up 2 bombs and yet another key in the process. Is getting a little bit ridiculous, but that's a good thing, I suppose. 4 keys on the second floor is kind of ridiculous. Hopefully we end up getting like a Guppy's Tail. We haven't had a Guppy's Tail show up. Well, maybe we've had it show up recently, but god dang it, I've been looking for Guppy's Tail more often. Particularly on recent runs. Like, we had that Mom's Key, like, Contract from Below and Humbling Bundle run recently, and I was like, you know, Guppy's Tail would be amazing here, and then we got the Hairball instead. Concussive Tears. I gotta own up to this, I previously thought Concussive Tears were not that useful, and then somebody told me it was a damage upgrade, almost on par with the Small Rock, and I don't know if that's actually functionally true for every shot, or if it's just the shots that actually have the effect of the concussive tears, but either way, if it comes with the occasional tear with high damage, that makes it even better. I thought concussive tears previously were just kind of, you know, they're alright. But this could convince me that they're even better than that. Now, it looks like we will probably be able to bomb our way into our curse room, which is awesome. And we picked up a stupid number of bombs in the process. Now, of course, I did not fail to notice here that we do seem to have a library type situation going on. Bombs are key, that's okay. And are you a wizard? That sucks. Why don't we use our keys to try to access these rooms and see if there is indeed a library, and if maybe there's a Book of Belial or something. I might be interested in that Book of Belial more than I'm interested in Satanic Bible, even though Satanic Bible is already great. There's a Book of Revelations. I might use it on this floor. Oh, we did get Book of Belial. Okay, so I really do think that Satanic Bible is one of the best spacebar items in the game. I think it just gets outclassed a little bit by Book of Belial. Did I say Book of Belial before? I think Satanic Bible is one of the best spacebar items in the game, but it gets outclassed by Book of Belial. The extra damage, along with the guaranteed deal with the Devil Chance, I mean, it's close. They're probably my two favorite books. I shit on Book of Revelations a little bit, which is ridiculous because it's pretty much exactly the same as Satanic Bible, except with Spirit Hearts, and it's got the whole Horseman thing going on for it, which could be good or could be bad, depending on your perspective. But, yeah, we don't need to worry about that because we have Book of Belial now, and Book of Belial is a very easy choice, I'd say, for us. Pretty much no matter who we fight here, I'm going to be happy with it, I think. Pin is some of the lowest HP we're going to have to deal with here, so I'm excited about this. I don't really want to confuse Pin, because I think confusing Pin is likely to lead to him being a little bit more difficult to hit. He's also a lot faster, apparently. Oh my god. Again, you know, some of the status effects can be a little dubious depending on the situation you find them in. Man, Pin, this must have been a recent update to the game. Pin's HP actually reflects where he's at, which is unusual. Okay, so we're totally going to take Abaddon, and we're going to take Little Brimstone first, and then we're going to take Abaddon. And it did cost us all of our HP, but our damage is going to be through the goddamn roof. Future deals with the devil, guaranteed, and we'll be able to pay, you know, Spirit and Demon Hearts for them if we want. If we can, I guess I should say. I don't like this. The Little Brimstone pickup was totally justifiable, in my opinion. Very good damage upgrade. Maybe as good as Abaddon, and I know some people are going to take issue with that, but I really do think that... oh, I thought there was another enemy left. I really do think Little Brimstone, I wouldn't necessarily say it's underrated, but I think a lot of people, you know, when it got nerfed to be a 2-heart deal instead of a 1-heart deal, a lot of people went like, oh, it's not worth that. It's, like, very much still worth that, I think. Alright. You're confused? That actually did work well on Peep. It allowed me to stay back here instead of having to get up in his face. Just keep the train rolling here. Ah! Don't jump, don't jump! Okay, we got him just in time. This could be like some of the fastest we've ever improved ourselves, because we did also just pick up Magic Mushroom, and then immediately after got the Goat Head. So I actually am going to say no to the Goat Head, because we already have Book of Belial, but I almost picked it up just to put ourselves back in permanent Polaroid invincibility. So this is a great seed so far, and I think if you played well enough, or, you know, got Satanic Bible on the first floor at least, and then gave yourself a deal with the devil, you are probably going to find yourself in a pretty happy position here. Like, this is not a puzzle box right now. This is mostly just the game giving us amazing things, which I can't complain about in the least. We've already gotten some of my favorite deals with the devil in the game. We got, you know, one of the best boss room upgrades in Magic Mushroom. And you could actually argue, I guess, that you got, you know, 2 of the best boss room upgrades if you like meat that much. I think meat's pretty good. Whether or not we have a chance to become Guppy is largely irrelevant. This should go down as a win, although it's a little bit premature to call it right now. But, you know, Little Brimstone, Abaddon, great HP, extraordinary damage. It's a pretty stellar position to be in. Alright, so we're gonna... I mean, we won't quite break even here, but we actually picked up just a stupid amount of money right there, so that's excellent. Bomb for a pill and a key is a good trade, unless the pill is shitty. It was very shitty. Even an HP downgrade would have been better than that because we couldn't have gotten an HP downgrade. I don't think we want any of this in here. I'm very... I consider it unfortunate there's no key for us. I guess we'll take the coin purse just to see. Are you a wizard? I found pills. Tears down. Paralysis. Alright, you know, probably not the most cost-effective room for us, all things considered. 15 cents to... mostly just be disappointed. Haven't paid to be disappointed like that since my 12th birthday party. Womp womp. Thanks a lot, Napanee Pizza Hut. Anyway. Golden chest with a golden key. What a glorious combination. Mom's toenail. Never touching that shit in my life. Too risky. I could probably be convinced. I know it shows up all the time. We take it anyway. It's not like it makes us overpowered. I could probably be convinced to take Mom's toenail if I understood it a little bit more. That is, you know, hoping that it's not just a random interval at which the Mom's foot comes down. If it comes down with a little bit more design, that would be, you know, easier to justify, but I don't know. I don't know if that's actually how it works. It sucks to get Mom's brain in an item room because it shows up on every fucking run anyway. Like, it'll show up in a golden chest at some point. Why are we wasting our time picking it up in an item room? We're not wasting our time, sorry. Why are we wasting our room picking it up in an item room? With no bombs, we will not be attending our secret room this evening. We will just be moving along here. And, you know, it's... What can I say? I feel like I should, you know... It's like a professional athlete, you know? You don't want to see a professional athlete that is not gracious. You don't want to see someone who's like 3 years younger than you making in, you know, one NFL game more than you make in 10 years of actual work. And then, you know, when they're like, what do you attribute your success to? They're like, I'm the greatest. World's best. They've never made anything like me. You know, you don't want that. You want them to be like, you know, worked hard, you know, my mom was a huge help for me, yada yada yada. That's how I feel about this run right now. You know, I feel like I should be over the top gracious and be like, oh my god, thank you, Troll Engine, for this extraordinary run. I'm gonna try to be like that, but I probably will end up complaining about things that I should not be complaining about given our circumstance. Anyway, basically I'm the world's greatest. They don't make them like me anymore. Yada yada yada. Why am I not going to that double... Dumb decision. Why am I not going to that double key room? I am not going to that double key room because I only have 2 keys. I hope that that is an adequate explanation. I should have been using Book of Belial way more often, by the way, but I got out of the habit a little bit. I got into a tangential discussion, and I apologize for that, but we're going to move along here. Obviously, we're doing pretty well against Mega Fatty. I forgot Abaddon gives us Fear Shot, so with the Fear Shot and the Concussive Tears, we got a lot of, like, dubious kind of tear effects. Not that that's a bad thing, necessarily. It probably helps us more than it hurts us. It's just maybe more noticeable when it hurts us. We got some cash out of that room, so I'm not too disappointed. And I will go to our Curse Room. We haven't picked up too many Spirit Hearts or Demon Hearts lately, but whatever. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, basically. Well, that or, you know, a Guppy item or the Pact or the Mark or, you know, anything that can show up in any of those kind of situations. But if we're not going to get those, then, you know, just getting raw HP is fine. Now, we got enough money. There's 2 double key rooms on this floor? Are you goddamn kidding me? That's a little crazy, you know. Yeah, I'll take it. My key economy was recently pretty great. It's fallen off a little bit, though. Can we be... No, we can't find a secret room there. So we would have to basically pay 2 keys off for each one to get in. I really thought that would be a shop. I don't like this situation. There we go. There's our shop. Bombs are key. Yeah, I'll use that. I guess I should go to both double key rooms. If they're dice, why does it always happen that I get, like, the dice rooms, I guess I should say. Yeah, we'll take the FF. Does it make Bob's brain bigger? It does make Bob's brain bigger. Kind of like a lot bigger. But why does it always happen that I get the double key rooms with dice pips on runs where I'm already amazing? When I'm shitty, I don't get the dice rooms. Mom's Pearl. That is exactly the trinket I wanted. And we will go back to our other double key room. I don't know what it could be, but that rerolled Bible Tract into a bomb, which I'm actually pretty much content with. And what's on the ground over here, now that we've rerolled like a bunch of stuff we can't even get to? We got Lucky Rock, we got the Tarot card, alright. And then 3 golden chests, which actually, if we're only going to open one, I'm glad that we opened the one with Infamy. That's pretty good. I can live with it at the very least. Alright, we got 5 bombs. 0 keys. But honestly, we basically just got a second item room out of that one. We got Infamy. It cost us 3 keys to do it, but it's alright. Girl, you know I love to get 3 key. I'm gonna buy a key in here. Yeah. And we're gonna buy small map for 5, or blue map for 5 cents. That seems like a shockingly good deal. I guess that's a weird, like, interaction with the 3. that allowed us to make that happen. But that's okay. I mean, it's beyond okay. That's very good. For the cost of a bomb, we got, you know, not free, but guaranteed access to all of our secret rooms for the rest of the run. That's a troll bomb. Alright. We're going to be moving along here, then. We don't have a regular map or compass, so we don't know that the boss room is down here. But I think, you know, I'm no genius, I'm no Albert Einstein, but using my powers of deduction, I think I can probably tell you that the boss room is going to be in this generalized area down here. If I'm wrong, well, you know, I've defended myself, I guess. Did you hear me say the part about how I'm not Albert Einstein? Did you think I was the reincarnated spirit of, you know, the most prominent or popular scientist of the 20th century? If so, you are mistaken, and, you know, you might want to get yourself checked out, because that's a weird delusional belief to have. Now, Bob's brain is gone. This is going to be a super easy fight. I'm not stressed about it. He even moved out of the way to make it, like, a little bit easier for me to not get hit by my own Bob's brain. We end up picking up another HP upgrade. I'm glad to have the luck upgrade. Might want to trade the HP upgrade away. We won't have to. We will totally pick up Dead Cat. If you have high damage, there is no downside, as far as I'm concerned, to picking up Dead Cat. You pick it up, you die, you come back. No big deal. As long as you have the damage and maybe the defense to beat pretty much any room if you have enough cracks at it, 9 lives will work out for you, man. Lost or no lost, it don't matter. We will go to our secret room, and if I can get, like, 1 tarot card in the process, that'd be awesome. I at least got 1 skull in the process, which is kind of more than I thought I would get. I didn't think I'd get the secret room out of that either. I'll check it out. We do need keys, so I don't mind this too much. I would love, on our shop, to be able to pick up an item like the 9-volt, for example. Please, thank you. I need to get Bob's brain out, because, as is commonplace, I picked up an item that fucks with our range, my reflection here, while having Bob's brain, which is a terrible decision because it means that I can't stand far away from enemies, or I can't hit them. I can only choose, you know, one or the other, basically. I can either get close to enemies and risk taking damage, or I can stay far away and try to, like, you know, purposefully use Bob's brain, which is annoying. But, in spite of this, I still find myself thinking Bob's brain is a good item, maybe even a great item. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's good for me. My reflection, I think, is a good item, especially if we can pick up, like, rubber cement, basically. I mean, rubber cement, of course, it's the, like, salt of synergy, if I may use yeah, I'll take it. If I may use, like, an overly grandiose term. It's the universal seasoning, man. Alright. It synergizes with almost everything, is what I'm trying to get at, basically. I guess we're going to skip over all of that. What a terrible selection of items we've had recently. But even if we don't get rubber cement, like a lump of coal, there's probably, like, fully a maybe 40% chance of us getting lump of coal in this run. First, we've got to fight Krampus, which I would say is nearly 100%, so let's call that 90. And then we've got a 50% chance out of that 90 of getting lump of coal instead of Krampus's head. So yeah, maybe like a 45% chance of getting lump of coal. Thought I'd get the second play out of that one. If we get Krampus's head, that'll be a sad story. It always is. Well, often is. Poor damage on my part there. Sad Onion, of course, I picked it up because it just ups our rate of fire. I mean, that's literally what it does, and I picked it up, so I guess that was probably self-evident, but you get the idea. We're fighting the Fallen. This is pretty much your ideal situation here. You fight the Fallen, smack his ass in a way that he is not necessarily too fond of. Judas' Shadow. Ugh. I mean, it can... I love being Dark Judas, but Judas' Shadow is not a good pickup if we're so far away from being able to become Dark Judas. So this, like, from a great situation, we ended up having not quite such a great situation, honestly. And I am actually going to leave this floor. You're going to hate me for it, but we've been to all the valuable rooms, and Boss Rush is definitely on the table. If we can just get some means to teleport. So that was not really what I was looking for there, but we paid the Krampus tax, so at the very least, that's done. We don't have to do that ever again. Well, not until the next run anyway. So with that handled, we will be not really holding out a ton of hope for Excuse me? Not really holding out a ton of hope for getting to boss rush, but if we can do it, I'd like to do it, especially if we can teleport out. Either way, definitely set up for I really thought we wouldn't get hit there. I knew it was gonna hit him, but I thought we were outside of the range. I think we're set up for a winning run in a wide variety of different ways, if that makes sense. Whether it requires Dark Judas, or whether it requires 9 lives, or whether we keep ourselves alive the whole time and just, you know, invest in this life or something like that. It doesn't really matter. Our damage is so high that we can pretty much play this run however we see fit. And, of course, a great deal with the devil prospects for the future as well. If that were a golden chest, I would probably open it. If it were a red chest, I would be all over it. Because it is neither of those things. Wow, that was maybe the best Bob's brain shot I've ever had. Threaded the shit out of the needle there. Thank you, little brimstone. I thought I'd be able to make it out there in time. That was dumb. But we did get the mulligan, so if we could just get the ability to fly, we've made our own guppy. No HP to spend there, so we're just going to get a move on here. And we do have enough to buy something from the shop. I hope we do not fight greed here. Even though it is... I mean, I don't think it's the most likely outcome. I feel like I fight greed on shops a little bit less than I did in... Excuse me? A little bit less than I did in vanilla. Which I'm totally, you know, sign me up for that. I'm all for that. Hermit. Yeah, that's a teleport card. Alright. So we will be trying to make boss rush happen. Kind of got super lucky that we got a teleportation card, but that shit does happen from time to time. Nice. Nice. Okay, we did it. We got to get that key. I don't know where the boss will be, so we're going to have to go a little faster. We're at 1840. We shouldn't, with Book of Belial, we shouldn't need much time to kill the boss. And with the Hermit card, we can always go to the curse room later. Oh, so one of these is like a library anyway. Weird. We're not going to touch that yet. That can wait. It's non-essential. No Bob's brain. No Bob's brain yet. I'm of the position that we probably take Bob's brain a little too much right now. Previously, I took it never, and then I took it always. And now I'm kind of, you know, I'm thinking maybe we should take it sometimes. I think Bob's brain is a sometimes item. We were above the D threshold, but we also had a decent amount of HP, so I was like, what's the worst that could happen? Anyway, hopefully on this boss rush room, we managed to pick up an item that takes us, you know, straight up over the top and makes it so a win is not just likely, but, like, pretty much impossible to avoid. We got the Mark for free. Great damage upgrade. And then inside of our boss rush room. What do you think? Honestly, it's gotta be either Samson's Chain or the Piggy Bank. I think it's so, like, useless for me right now, but it's gotta be the Piggy Bank, man. And then we'll take Champion's Belt, so we're really upping our damage here. I think it had to be the Piggy Bank. Because, Samson's Chain, on the womb I oftentimes end up hitting myself with it, so... Like blowing up rocks I shouldn't be blowing up, etc., etc. Well, we have 7 keys. Why don't we check out this room down here? It could be a Book of Revelations inside of it somewhere. It was not, but that's okay. We will have permanent Polaroid invincibility. We've taken a lot of books out of the rotation. I will use 2 keys to open this, like, golden chest setup over here. I would say that was probably not worth it if I had to go out on a limb. No bombs, so I can't access that secret room. Probably should have thought of that before I blew up those skulls. And we'll be headed down to the next floor. So, I mean, the Mark pickup is great. Everything else, it's okay. It's hard to complain, you know. We are in a pretty much unbelievably good situation. Thought we'd get the secret room there. That's okay. Who needs the secret room anyway? Not me. Are you a wizard? Not too excited about that one. It's alright. That was actually perfect. Oh, sneeze. I can feel it for real coming in the air today. Oh, Lord. I've been waiting for Kazundite all my life. Oh, Lord. I have to say that I haven't really noticed the mulligan panning out that well for us. I would like to. I knew that was something like that was bound to happen. I love the mulligan as an item. I'm not seeing that many flies. Maybe it is, though, because we're killing rooms so quickly that it ends up being irrelevant. This is a pretty rare room, like a double pin on a normal size room. It's a rare situation. I don't know if I've ever seen this. With one bomb, let's come look for our secret room here. Not really what I was hoping for. I'm happy with my trinket as is. Double Gurdy. I thought for sure we were going to have Mr. Fred here. Double Gurdy is a lot more difficult than Mr. Fred. But by the time it becomes single Gurdy, I think we're pretty much set. Especially with the dumb amount of damage we're doing. I almost am hoping for like a serious range upgrade, like growth hormones or something like that. Just to make my reflection a little less bad. Latchkey is totally fine. And Guppy items, I guess, is our best outcome here. That's alright, all things considered. But for a last deal with the devil, and in fact, considering the number of opportunities we had for deals with the devil here, via Book of Belial, we've had it since like the second floor. I'm a little disappointed. We did get Abaddon, and we did get the Mark. So I can't complain very much, but apart from that, you know, lots of friendly spiders. I guess it's a good thing. Krampus fight we couldn't actually take advantage of. Couldn't take advantage of the reward, I guess. Two of them were just red hearts. Or sorry, just red chests. Very different. Paralysis, is it a better pill than Are You a Wizard? I guess slightly. Maybe. Well, this is being tackled. We did get a little Brimstone, Abaddon, the Mark. You could argue Judas the Shadow is good. I like it whenever we get the opportunity to actually make it worthwhile, but I really doubt we're going to make it worthwhile here. Did we get Dead Cat out of this, or was this out of Deals with the Devil, or was that a, was that like a curse room thing? I can't remember. Either way, you know, I love everything that helped contribute to make this run fun, even if it could have contributed more, you know? You did your part. I appreciate it. From, you know, the smallest butterfly to the largest dreadnought. You know, you're all helping out in the effort here. I don't know how we got the kill there. I guess just extremely lucky my reflections here. Guppy, Guppy, Guppy. The Guppy dream is dying. Full health and speed up. I'm of the opinion right now that speed up is probably like a net neutral. It's not quite negative yet, but it could become that in the future without too much interaction on my own behalf. I probably should have been hit there, but I guess Infamy saved me, so I appreciate that. Well, it's going very well. We got enough keys to make good use of the chest, and can't do shit there. And if there's any enemy that my reflection actually benefits us against, it's probably Mom's Heart, especially if I'm missing as many shots as I've been missing. Alright, we got some flies here. Those flies should do a ton of damage. There we go, we're actually getting a decent number of them spawned. I guess it's because I have to stand so far away that I don't get to spawn them that often. Thank you to Infamy there. Yeah, I probably should have taken a hit, but Infamy came in and saved us again. Curse of Darkness. With Blue Map, I apologize for suggesting that map and Blue Map way earlier on in Rebirth. I suggested that these were kind of shitty items. That was, I let my emotions do the talking there, and that wasn't fair. No bomb, huh? I was mad, well not mad. I was upset that the map no longer did what it did in vanilla. Excuse me? Where you could, you know, just use the vanilla map and find all the secret rooms. And I overreacted and that wasn't okay. I'm not going to go to that curse room. HP is a little lower than I'd like. I really thought that would make it in there. Well, the good news is we don't have to fuck with this guy, yeah. Get out of there, and then go back in. The truth is that via the blue map, you know, it's not quite as good as... it's not quite as good as the map was in vanilla, but with the blue map, you can still largely divine where the boss is. And it shows you where the second secret room is, if that's the kind of thing that you're, you know, interested in. Because we know that the second secret room is over there, that means in all likelihood our boss is over there. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it is something that it can help, you know, it's a trend. This is the wrong way, though. Now I'm like fucking blue map, piece of shit. Why did they change it? God damn it, Ed, you ruined a good thing. Ugh. Just sell the Binding of Isaac property to EA if you're not gonna do it right. You know what? If I already took damage on this room, yeah, let's walk in. We're gonna still take one more hit there. There's not much we can do about that. But we picked up Guppy's tail in the process. So, oh, that's just, don't even talk to me right now. The Guppy's tail pickup is potentially huge. Especially on this floor where we already have a golden key. So if we can just pick up, like, more spirit hearts as a result of this, this tarot card could be a game changer as well. Even if we lose our big life, and even if we lose our Judas' Shadow life, I'm of the opinion that this will still be an easy win, to be honest with you. Can't let yourself get intimidated by 9 lives. If you have shit damage, 9 lives can be a curse. If you have amazing damage, 9 lives is like some, you know, live, die, repeat shit. Edge of Tomorrow. I haven't seen it yet. But that's, you know, just mostly true. I read the synopsis on Wikipedia, so I'm up on what the kids are saying these days. Kids love Tom Cruise. It's just a fact. 2 of hearts. Like, that's basically the lovers, and they both suck. For us. I guess technically the lovers is a little better, because if we get Dark Bum somehow, then we can get a spirit heart out of it. It's probably a pretty minor, possibility. So we're in a rough spot here from the perspective of, you know, actually hitting him with our tears, but whenever we do, like, a sweep, like, across the bottom of the map here, we'll be able to pick up some extra flies via doing hits. Alright, we're gonna get up here. And we really want to make sure we're making best use possible of Bob's Brain. And that was a huge miss with Bob's Brain, so disregard everything I've ever said. I'm not cut out to talk Binding of Isaac strategy. Let's try this again. I want to avoid the situation that keeps happening where he is right next to me when we start. Because that makes it so I would take damage from Bob's Brain as well, and I ain't having that shit. Nice. No, not so nice. This one could be nice. Land it. Thank you. Alright. The fact that we've made it through that section without losing our big life here, or our Judas' Shadow life for that matter, makes me feel pretty confident about the way things are going to go here. You know, now we just gotta really get through the super shitty rooms. So, Technology 2. Everybody says, Northern Lion, don't take Technology 2 after this area, or after, like, the caves. It lowers your damage. People fucking hate Technology 2. In spite of the fact that it does lower our damage by 35%, I'm going to take it because I can reliably hit enemies that are far away with Technology 2. It makes our range basically infinite, at least on half of our tiers, which means that I'm going to be doing more damage as a result. Now, I'm not, you know, of the opinion that we're going to be getting more, you know, flies generated or anything. Oh my god, we're going to become Guppy. I'm not of the opinion that we're going to get more flies generated as a result of this, because I know that Tech 2 doesn't spawn flies or only spawns them rarely, or at least that's my assumption. That being said, you know, any extra flies we do get out of this are awesome now. And the fact that we're Guppy is... oh, that was dumb. The fact that we're Guppy is pretty sweet. I don't know if we generate more flies than we otherwise would have, but I do know that we can now fly, so enemies that spawn creep are not nearly as much of a pain in the dick as they previously would have been. So our life is probably coming to an end pretty soon. But we do have the Ankh, and the Ankh is another, like, valuable way to respawn. I want to finish this room so we can maybe get a reward. We never have to come back if we die here, but I want to finish it anyway. Anyway, good stuff. We got Mongo Baby out of it. I don't know. It's okay. Unless I'm missing something about it, it'll remain just okay in my quote-unquote power rankings. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to tech, man. First I got confused. I was petrified. Thinking, how am I gonna hit the enemies with the unlimited range? Okay, it doesn't work at all. Normally I could try to salvage some kind of rhyme out of there. It just doesn't exist. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, previously I thought the Technology 1 was the one that lowered your damage. Technology 2 didn't. Wrong. I thought Tech Point 5 was worthless. Wrong. And then I kept picking up Technology 2 even when I didn't need the range, just for, like, damage purposes. Not a good idea. Look, maybe we'll fight Mega Satan. We'll talk about it. I hate getting Dad's key on the chest. Y'all, I'll be honest about it, you know, some people would probably be like, that's cool, whoa, we can fight Mega Satan. I'm like, ah, fuck, I gotta fight Mega Satan now. Alright, what life is this? This is a 9 lives life. The Ankh is like our second most valuable life because of the amount of Spirit Hearts. The Dark Judas one is the one where I'm really going to be hoping for a win there. I think we do have the damage necessary to beat Mega Satan. I mean, I think that's obvious. Mega Satan's not that tough depending on what you got going on in your run. It's another 9 lives reroll, or new life. I don't think we have the HP, honestly, so I think I'd pretty much just be... I'd be throwing my lives away. So I think what I'll do... Oh, come on with this book. We somehow made it out of there. I think what I'll do is I'll beat Blue Baby, which should be relatively easy. And then if we... You know, we'll fight Mega Satan a couple of times, and if we die a couple of times, then we'll just leave. Because I do want to, you know... I want to get the win out of this one if we can. I think I've earned it. It's been a pretty easy run, all things considered, but still, you know, you got to take the easy runs. You're having a perfect season in the NFL. You don't say, oh, you know, okay, Buffalo Bills, like, not the serial killer from the Silence of the Lambs, but, you know, the sports team. Okay, Buffalo Bills, why don't I spot you like 10 points on this one? You know, you go for the win. It's the spirit of competition. Invisible airways crackle with life, you know. Everybody gets the same thing on that one. I was gonna say, it's gotta be the boss room over here right now. Be a little careful. I would love to just win on this fight. But I'm not gonna use Book of Belial just in case we, you know, do fight Mega Satan. We can always use Book of Belial a little bit later. I think the Tech 2 pickup, you know, some people write it off on principle, but I think it's like Steam Early Access, you know? Some people are like, you know, I don't buy Steam Early Access, and then Darkest Dungeon comes out, and they're like, well, I still don't buy Steam Early Access, but that looks awesome. You know, if you write something off wholesale, you are going to miss out on the exceptions to the rule. And this has been a situation where I think late Technology 2 has been an exception to the rule. I think it's been an exceptional part of our run here. Got pretty lucky to get out of there, I'm not going to lie. We've come pretty close to taking a couple of hits here, but there we go. That's that done. We'll take Dad's key, I suppose. Don't even talk to me about the obvious bullshit there. I'm not touching soy milk with a 10-foot fucking pole. We should be using this like all the time. To have 3 extra Spirit Hearts actually gives us like a very, very good chance of actually taking out Mega Satan. Do I want to use the scissors? No. If they were the shears, I would take them, but Book of Belial is substantially better for us. So this is not our 9 lives life, but it's still pretty good. I wonder how many people were screaming at me to use, Don't ever talk to me about that. I wonder how many people were screaming at me to use, Guppy's Paw. I would have been screaming at me. I would have been like, oh, I'm clever, I got this. If it was Mathis, I would have tweeted him. I would have been like, come on, dog, what are you doing? Oh, shit. Don't you worry about a thing about soy milk, cause we got the stat rebalancing item, yeah. We're gonna come back down here. We're gonna pick up soy milk. So, you know, talk about lowering your fucking damage. But the tiers are gonna be nuts. And then soy milk should, or Libra should balance the crap out of it. I'm actually glad that I misused Book of Belial, weirdly enough. So who knows how this is actually gonna, like, do for us, but I think it's good. Our tiers are actually doing a good amount of damage now. Whoa, that was a very dumb decision on my part. We might want to deliberately kill ourselves to go into the boss room with, you know, good life. Oh, this damage is actually crazy now. Like, we might want to deliberately kill ourselves. That was maybe not the ideal way to do that. Then get Guppy's Paw. And then use Book of Belial on the room. I think we've got a pretty good case against Mega Satan here, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was going to be possible, but not only is it going to be possible, I think it actually might be kind of easy. I mean, those are famous last words, but let's see. Most important thing, don't let Bob's brain fuck you over on the mini-bosses. So it's really a question of how quick we can kill the hands. That gives me like an indication of the quality of the run, and that's actually really good right now. Yeah. Alright, mini-bosses. Not a concern. I don't know why we're getting so many flies. Maybe our, like, my reflection shots are hitting, or maybe Technology 2 actually does generate flies. Either way, we're balling out of control. Alright, we got more mini-bosses. Super Envy, this is not a good time to be you, man. Oh, this is lovely. What a great combo. Super Lust, come on, what are you thinking here? It doesn't really matter who we kill last, it's hard to get out of that habit, though. Very easy, okay. Just do some, you know, interloping shots here. You're pretty much screwed. If I could kill you before you even summon a bullet, that would be amazing. That should work even faster. Dude, this Mega Satan fight is fucked. He is so screwed. Yeah, that's gonna be the second phase already. And we have not taken any damage. And we didn't even have to use our Dark Judas play, which is kind of... It's a little bit of a shame, to be honest with you. I kind of wanted to be Dark Judas and see how much damage we do, but... You can see him getting worse in real time here. I don't know if we're gonna be okay. There we go. That fight is over. Wow. Thank you, Soy Milk and Libra, for making that a fun time. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.